Welcome back, folks. My name is Tyler Gettinger. I'm here with my co-host. Aiden's over there. TZ's somewhere down in that area. I don't know exactly where I'm pointing, but yeah, we're back. Um, it's summertime, so I know me and Aiden are both a little more free, so we're hopeful to bring more consistent podcast episodes to you guys. We're coming to you after the San Diego Padres series, but before the Athletics series. So it's been about, what is it, 3 series since we last talked. It was the Padres series. Then before that, it was the Brewers series. And then who do we have? Oh, and the Dodgers series. So those are the 3 series that we've had since we last talked in the middle of the Pittsburgh series. Yeah, so the Cardinals took 2 out of 3 in the Dodgers series. Really good wins. A really good bounce back after a rough last game against Milwaukee. Then they, yeah. Then after that, I totally forgot what even happened in that next series.
Sweet Pittsburgh. Or wait.
No, no,
No.
no.
Lost two
Oh,
out of three to Seattle.
yeah. Then we
Then swept Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Then 2 out of 3 for the
Then
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Split the Milwaukee series because the Milwaukee series was kind of weird.
Yeah,
And
only
then
two
split
games. Yeah,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
split
Yeah.
San Diego.
So Cardinals come out of this 16 game stretch in 17 days after the rain out, the second rain out in Milwaukee or against Milwaukee. They come out 9-7, pretty solid considering this team. I thought personally that this was going to be a series or just kind of a stretch that was going to be really rough for the team and might be the stretch where they kind of fall out of contention, but they stayed in contention and even really improved the record a little bit through this stretch. So I guess I'll start with Aiden. Is there anything about this stretch that's really impressed you?
Uh, I guess the bullpen's been somewhat fine, I would say. I mean, I know O'Brien blew a save. Stanek's been better his last like 3 or 4 appearances. George Soriano has been good. I guess JoJo's been kind of iffy for me, which I think I said that in the last one that I've been kind of iffy on JoJo anyways. I mean, I guess Jordan Walker's still doing Jordan Walker things, but I'm trying to think of like really anything else. I mean, I guess McGreevy. He's been kind of nice his last 2 starts.
Yeah.
Like really nice actually.
The starting pitching as a whole, especially in this Padres series, was
Yeah.
nails.
Yeah, I would still say a lot of our guys have gotten quote unquote lucky, but I mean eventually like you kind of get to a point where it's like but maybe they're good at getting lucky. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's a thing.
yeah,
Like eventually like it gets to a point where if it keeps happening, you're just good at it.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. DZ, anything that's kind of stood out from this stretch?
Uh, I mean, winning a series against the Dodgers is always good. The Brewers, I I thought we were gonna win game 2, and then it went into the rain delay and moved and stuff. And I feel like we always lose those games that our pitchers pitch the next day. Like Palante was supposed to pitch the day of the rain out game, and then he got moved to the next day. And I feel like we always lose those games. So I kind of
It,
felt like we were going to lose that game.
it's hard on a pitcher's routine to kind of switch up the days last minute. So, that's not easy
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, especially when you wake up and you got to go through your whole routine of like your starting day routine. I know they have a routine for that certain day. So to repeat that 2 days in a row is probably a little harder. Um, And then the Padres series, I mean, I thought it was pretty good. We won, what, 2 or 4? We won the
hmm
first two,
On the first
lost
two,
the last
took,
two.
took Mason Miller down to a bases loaded situation, and then O'Brien obviously blew that last save yesterday against Castellanos. So
Yeah, Mason
finished a little
Miller's
rough, but
tough.
overall we were in all 4 games, and that's what it looked like. I mean, no blowouts. So
Hmm. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was good. It was a good stretch. The boys got a day off. The kind of the loss last night was probably tough, so probably a good day to have a day off and back at it tomorrow.
yeah, I think the thing that really stands out to me, right, is the bouncing back of this team, right? Like you have a really rough Mariners series where you lose all three, and then you bounce back and sweep the Pirates. Like that's a really good bounce back. And then, as TZ mentioned, we lost that last game against the Brewers in kind of a blowout fashion. And like you're going into San Diego. San Diego's a tough place to play, right?
Mm,
Really good team, and you take the first two out of it after a bad loss against Milwaukee. It's like, okay, this team bounces back again. So it's like maybe I'm very interested to watch tomorrow night's game because it's like if they bounce back three times in a row in kind of a short period of time, it's like this team doesn't really sit on their losses too much, and they don't really worry about oh, we lost the game today, let's move on, and they keep the energy up and they keep the flow up even going into that next series or the next game. So I've been really impressed with their ability to just bounce back from tough losses or a short bad streak.
yeah,
Yeah,
they don't show any quit really.
no, for sure.
It never really feels like they're out of it. That's the good part about having a young team. They're just hopeful and going out there and having some fun.
Yeah. And do you have anything on that bouncing back situation?
Nope, you guys pretty much nailed it.
Yeah. So I guess we'll go into more specific player appearances now. The one that really stood out to me was it would have been probably Saturday, the day that Pajes just had a really rough game. He gave up like three or four pass balls. That kind of really hurt Dustin May. He threw out a runner, but besides that, he didn't do much at the plate. He's like 0 for his last 23 at the plate. His average or his OPS is back down in like the low 600s, and he's all done that while Jimmy Crooks has hit his 12th home run in 28 games now, 29 games. He's just tearing the cover off the ball. He's throwing out a lot of runners. I guess I'll start with you, Aiden. Is it time to make a switch at the catching position? And if not, do you think that comes sometime in the near future?
Oh gosh. You know, I think it's. I've been saying it for 2 weeks now. We said it on Dealing the Cards at one point that it probably should have been made, or that move should have been made a while ago. Obviously, it still hasn't happened, but I don't know. I understand there's like swing decision concerns and whiff concerns, but it's like you might get some kind of value out of Jimmy Crooks that you're not going to get out of Pedro Pajes because his calling card, talking about Pajes here, is obviously defense. And like you said, four pass balls or whatever it is, like it's not acceptable. And I still feel like there are pitches we could challenge and we don't challenge, and there are pitches we do challenge that, it's not the appropriate time to challenge, and all these things kind of bundle into one negative factor and as a whole. And so it should probably be time that you give Jimmy Crooks an opportunity. We gave him an opportunity last year. He got some big league experience. Just kind of hone in on that even more and allow him to keep growing as a ball player.
Yeah, and I think Adam had a really good tweet. It would have been a couple days ago now. Since the start of the month, so we're about 11 days in now, Jimmy Crooks has, cut his chase rate down to like 16.9%, which is in the 97th percentile, and his in zone contact rate has spiked up to 87.8%. So, and I think like this week he had like 2 strikeouts to 8 walks. So like he's starting to cut
Mhm.
down that strikeout and that chase and that whip rate, as the season has progressed while keeping that power. So I personally think it's more than time to have that promotion. TZ, anything you've seen with Pajes over the past week or two that you don't like, or anything you've seen with Jimmy that you like?
Well, first, I want to ask you a question because you actually watched the Memphis games.
Yeah.
Who's better defensively?
Who's better defense? It's
Like
hard to
who?
tell. Oh, Pajes or
Yeah, Pajas or
Crooks?
Crooks. Pajas or Crooks.
Probably Crooks, I would say.
it's hard to compare Major League versus minor
Yeah,
league
I get
defense.
that.
You don't know what Pajes would look like if he was in a AAA setting. But overall, I like Crooks's arm a lot more than I like Pajes' arm. And the game calling, I mean, if you don't like the game calling of a catcher, like you can just make
Just do it
or bu-
yourself.
do it yourself or make the dugout do the game calling. But I think
That's
Jimmy
what I
Crooks
meant
is a good game
by
caller. Yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
meant by
So I'm not
yourself.
so I'm not too worried about the game calling, but like from like an
Mm.
arm and blocking standpoint, I think I would take Crooks just based on what I've seen. But I haven't seen him side by side at the major league level for an extended enough period of time to really compare the two.
I don't understand the game calling whole thing because wasn't Herrera called like a bad game caller? And
Hmm.
I can't really tell a difference between the game calling aspect of the games when
Well,
Herrera and Pajas are catching. So I don't understand that whole debate.
funny enough, and this could also just be pitcher stuff, so it could just be a bunch of you know nothing burger. But I think Herrera actually has like a 1 to 2 point difference in ERA when he catches versus Pajes right now. I think it's like 3.51 ERA for when Herrera catches versus like a 4.85 when Pajes catches. So take that for what it's worth. Now a lot of that might be just the pitchers that they catch, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I did see a stat like that one day. I mean, it was a
yeah,
few
this
weeks
past week,
ago. Yeah. So I don't really understand all that. Um,
I don't either.
yeah, no,
the
It,
Giants
yeah.
just traded a defensive only catcher away and got a first round pick for him and a prospect.
According to
So
Buster Posey, though, Patrick Bailey was not a good like relationship catcher when it comes to like relationships with his pitchers. Like apparently he can't handle a pitching staff, according to Buster Posey. Like you know how like
okay.
Molina was known for like not only was he a good game caller, but he was known for having like good relationships with pitchers. Apparently, Patrick Bailey did not have that. I read
yeah,
that today in a story.
I think a lot of Yachty's was also respect. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. There's a lot of that.
But even before like he got all that respect though, like he's
even
done
when
it
he
for
was
years and
younger,
years and years. Yeah.
there was still respect there though
Yeah,
because they knew the dude knew ball.
yeah. The Giants are a mess right now. They're trying to trade away all their big contracts too, and they just want a total reset. So it's confusing, especially after trading for Devers and trying to go all in
Yeah.
this past couple of
But
years. It's
but
just
the whole
confusing.
point is they still got a first round pick for Patrick Bailey,
Mm.
who
Yeah.
Yeah.
hits what's
Like
he hit like 188 or something?
now, right now he's hitting like a buck 49.
Not even
Like
200.
Oh, it's lower. Okay, so a worse offensive hitting catcher than Pajes, but
yeah, well,
apparently better defensively, but
way better
is
defensively.
hurt is told doesn't have good relationships with pitchers, so that hurts the defensive side. So don't tell
Yeah,
me we can't trade Pajes like he has no value. And I'm not even asking for a first. Like I know that's not close to his value. Like
just
that's fine.
yeah,
Give me another Ryan Stanek pitcher or some type of pitcher or something. Like we just need bullpen help so bad. If we can get some expiring pitcher, I'm cool with it.
yeah,
And then guess what? It opens up the door for Crooks. And you also can't argue the playing time for Crooks like you can with like Sajasi. Sajasi was sent down but called back up the whole thing. But Sajasi was sent down to get the playing time. If Crooks comes up now, he has the playing time because Herrera catches half the games. So Crooks will still be catching every other game.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't understand why Crooks isn't here. There was the whole strikeout percentage and all that you guys told me about. It's like you just said, he's lowering those numbers. So I would like to see him up and just give him his runway because that again, that's what this whole season is about,
Yeah.
letting the young guys play.
There's just so much, and I mean so much more upside with the Jimmy Crooks compared to a Pedro
Yeah.
Pajes. Like it's not even necessarily close. And like if Jimmy Crooks continues to mash the ball at the exit velocities and barrel percentage that he does at Triple A, I mean he could even cut his barrel percentage by, you know, 6%. He'll still be well above major league average because his barrel rate's at like ridiculous like 22% right now. So if you
Yeah.
go down to like 14%, that I think that would still put him in like the 94th percentile in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous power right now. Like he's legitimately one of like the top 4 or 5 best power hitters in AAA right now. Not saying that's going to totally translate over the major league level, but like
Yeah.
there's just so much more offensive potential there. Yeah, and he works perfectly with like the left-right split with Herrera, where like you can bat Herrera against lefties and
Mm-hmm.
not have to put Crooks in the lineup against the
Or you
lefties.
have another catcher on your bench in Bozo. If you're
Hey,
late, if you're in the eighth inning and a lefty pitcher comes in against Crooks, like
Uh,
you can
Well,
pinch hit Pozo.
well, let's talk Pozo just for a second here. The guy's got 9 at bats over the past month. He's got 2 at bats over the past 2 weeks. Like,
Yeah,
there has to be more of a role for this guy, or he has to get off the team? Does it? Like it feels like that, doesn't it?
yeah, kind of feels like a waste of a spot.
Or just use him more. Like Burley's really bad against left-handed pitching. Like give Burley some more days off against left-handed pitching and put Pozo in there as the righty and put him
hmm
at first base. Like there's ways to get him in the lineup, and they just have failed to do that.
Yeah.
I really like Pozo too. I think he's like the most clutch hitter on the team. I know overall
Yeah.
this season he hasn't been good, but still he already does have a clutch moment.
He's
So
got 17 at bats. How can you judge a guy if he's good or bad this season?
yeah, I get it. I'm just looking at the numbers that people are gonna look at. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, I would like to see him more. And the the wasted spot, I don't really see that though because I feel like every team has at least a player on their bench that doesn't get a lot of at bats.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I
So
guess.
That's where I disagree. I don't think any team uses a spot like that.
yeah,
Not to the extent they're using like
Yeah.
there's guys that get like
yeah,
20,
Not as
20,
much.
30
Sure.
at bats in a month, but
Yeah, but
not like 2.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. At that point, like I know he's a vibe guy, but you kind of got to
Yeah,
I don't
for me
know.
it's your vibe guy. Like
We get to a point where it's like,
how many vibe guys can you
okay,
have?
yeah, it's like eventually you're gonna need like somebody to step up
yeah,
Yeah.
because I'll admit it, or I don't know if I'd say admitting, but I'll say it. Like pinch hitting's the hardest thing to do in baseball, like 100%.
Yeah.
mm,
So I don't know. Eventually you're gonna need somebody who you can trust more often to kind of take that role and throw him in more often than 2 times a month.
Yeah.
So
And this is nothing against Pozo because I think Pozo could be that
it's
if
not.
they gave him the chance, right? Like if they
Yeah.
gave him the chance to be that guy, I think he could be
mm,
that guy. But they're just not giving him the chance, which shows me they don't really have confidence in his ability to go up there and do it. And if you don't have the confidence in him in his ability to go up there and do it, then you're better served having a Brian Torres if you trust a Brian Torres to take that at bat or a Blaze, even like a Blaze Jordan, who I don't necessarily think is going to ever probably be a full time guy, but I think he could be very valuable as a bench bat.
Yeah.
Letting him up here and taking some of those lefty lanes, it's like
or Nelson Velasquez.
Velasquez has kind of not been the best down in, but if you trust his power off the bench more than you trust Pozo, why not, right?
Mm,
I at least want somebody on the bench where Ollie Marmol has to sit there and say, okay, here's the benefits to having this guy pinch hit. Here's the benefits to this guy pinch hitting. Which one do I want to use here? And I feel like we're not at that point with the bench. I feel like we kind of are like, all right, well, we're going to have to use this guy because this other guy's not going to provide any kind of competitive at bat for this situation. So,
to be fair, without looking at like this in depth, I don't think Marmol uses the bench that much, which is fine in a year that we're testing out players.
Yeah.
but when we have used it though,
Yeah, Pozo's
it's
not being used.
I mean,
it's the same guy every time he goes up first.
they don't have that. I mean, let's just be honest. They don't have a strong enough bench that they have a pinch hitter. Like, if you need a pinch hitter and you have your regular lineup in there, you're going to Sajasi, Fermin, Pozo, or who'd be the other person that's usually on the bench?
Urias usually.
Or no, like right now it's Prieto, but it would also be
Yeah.
Arias. And you don't
Yeah.
I don't think you trust any of those guys to take a better at bay than anyone in your lineup.
At
I
least
mean,
you could like debate JC and Fermin though, like when the
Yeah.
opportunity comes up. But that's what I'm saying. Like it,
If I need contact, I might trust for me more than I trust
I
like
would still
Gorman or
trust
Scott.
Pozo against a lefty. Like if you have a lefty come in the game against Gorman, you just said you don't trust Burley against a lefty. I would probably leave Burley in, but if you guys don't, so Gorman, Burley. If Crooks is up, that's another one.
that's a fine one for me.
Scott is the worst hitter in the league. I swear. That's four guys already right there. Like, why
Yeah.
can't he pinch hit for one of them late in games?
Yeah.
Depends
Yeah.
on who's available. I'd
Yeah.
much rather watch Fermin bat against a lefty than I would Pozo, honestly.
And and then if Pozo even comes in, like
But
he
none of them
pinch
are
hits,
strong options. That was kind of the
yeah.
main point I was making originally. Like it's all just kind of like
Yeah,
might as well give
Pozo,
this guy the time to develop, right? Like it's like there's no one so much better than like Gorman at taking an AB against a lefty that it's like, you know what, we're just gonna we might as well just let Gorman take this AB against a lefty to try to develop. Like I feel like if like Blaze Jordan was on the bench and he's like really good against lefties, they'd be pinch hitting someone for against lefties in a late game
mhm,
situation way more often than they are right now.
yeah. I mean, I still trust Pozo. Like I said, I think he's the most clutch hitter on the team. That dude late in games, I like.
Yeah.
yeah, but again, like clutch moment, sure. But if it's sixth inning, you're down
Down
by
by three.
three.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Pozo in against the lefty. I'm probably gonna give like Sajasi or Fermin that opportunity first.
Yeah.
Well, if it's the sixth inning, I'm probably still letting my starters go. To be honest,
Yeah, maybe.
because
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
especially in a rebuilding year, like you want to give your starters their chances.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess we kind of already kind of talked about it, but is there any names kind of besides that Torres or that Blaze Jordan that you would like to see up in this position group? I mean, the offense has kind of struggled. I know TZ mentioned a stat before we started here. The Cardinals 6 through 9 hitters are what is it 28th in baseball with like a 217 average.
Yeah,
And
they're third from
averages and
last.
everything, obviously, but they're just. I mean, I think everybody can see it. We haven't got much production from the Victor Scotts of the world. Nathan Church has had some hot weeks, but he's also been really cold at times. And
Hmm.
Mason Wynn's been solid, but similar to Church, he's been kind of hot and cold.
Yeah,
And then Posa or not Posa, Pajes has just been, he had a really hot week, but it's been mostly cold for him. So, I mean, there's just not much production coming from the 6 through 9. And do you guys see any way that they could improve that, or do you think they should improve that, even if it means giving guys who are older or don't need as much development the reins?
I think with the outfield, you probably should just ride it out for now, since
Till Newt
Newt
comes back?
Bar
Yeah.
is coming
hmm
back because he's supposed to come back hopefully like early
Early
June,
June?
right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, just ride it out with the outfield.
his comeback date is May 24th, but I think we'll give him a little bit more than like 2 weeks to ramp up. I think he'll get like
Yeah,
a traditional like 3 to 4 week spring training type of deal.
yeah. So I would. I know I've said it twice already, but like I said, it's a rebuild year.
hmm
Just give the guy the plate appearances until Newt comes back. It's not worth signing somebody like Alec Thomas. Like I saw that post. I didn't comment on it, but like just know, like there's no
hmm
reason to add him, especially since Newt Bar comes back in a month.
Yeah, we have Alec Thomas at home, is what your mom would say, because it's Victor Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm trying to like think through the AAA roster right now and like
I
who
mean,
else.
Literally, the only thing I would switch is just trade Pajas and get Crooks up here. I
Well,
think
yeah,
that's about the only thing you can
yeah.
do.
we're
And
saying outside of him and Jordan
I mean, when
Yeah,
we'll talk bullpen pitchers here in a few
or
minutes.
in Torres. I guess
Yeah.
Jordan. I
Yeah.
guess we didn't say him, but like outside of Jordan,
Crooks or
Torres,
Torres.
and yeah, I just don't really
No.
think of anybody else who would.
Benefit this
yeah.
team.
And
Yeah,
Torres, I don't think you can really get up here if you're just going to let it play out until New comes back. Because when New comes back, I mean, that's probably So JC gets sent down so he can get his playing time. And
Yeah.
then there's really nothing else you can do
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
unless you
guess this
send
isn't.
Prieto down.
Yeah, I don't believe in him
At all.
being an MLB player for very long.
Yeah.
Nothing against him, just
Yeah.
I would have called up
it's not
Torres over
great.
Prieto in the first place, but
I would have too.
Me too. But I'll be really interesting because they're gonna obviously have to make a roster move with Newt here in the next
Yeah.
3 or 4 weeks. And
Yeah.
I would hate for it to be Brian Torres without him ever getting a shot here, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure it would be Torres, but I guess we'll find out. I
maybe it'd
guess
be Pajes traded.
I I know we're talking about like positional players, but
We can transition into the
I'm
bullpen
gonna like
now.
switch off to that for a second because we're talking about Memphis Redbird guys. I wouldn't hate the idea, and I'm probably gonna get flamed for this to the people who do listen to this. I wouldn't mind watching Bruce Zimmerman in the bullpen. Like, you're going to have to make a lot of moves to make that happen because you're going to then have to fill a starting spot in Memphis, and then, it's like there's going to be a chain effect to that.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. Why not? Bruce Zimmerman has been really effective this year in Memphis. Like, surprisingly effective.
And he's not really. And the thing that I really like about Bruce Zimmerman is he's not doing the traditional like get 2 strikeouts per game and go like 6 innings and give up
Yeah.
5 hits or whatever. Like he's legitimately like striking out a lot of guys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. So you could always send Swanson down and bring Zimmerman. I don't know. Like
Send-
that won't ever happen.
Send
but, like,
Brule to the.
or but I don't know. I like what I've seen from Bruce Zimmerman this year, and he's what 30, 31,
30, just
something
30.
like that.
Yeah, I think he's 30 flat.
I don't know.
He's 31.
I'd
Is
like
he?
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be like a horrible move. Now, whatever the butterfly effect is, maybe that hurts.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah. And let's just transition into the bullpen. And I know we're going to do some kind of, who do you trust, who do you not trust. I know TZ mentioned that he listened to something very similar on BK and Ferrario on 101 ESPN. We're not going to exactly do that same exact thing, but just kind of in general. Zimmerman, we'll talk about kind of who we think could be replacements, especially me and Aiden since we follow the Memphis Redbirds more. But yeah, so I think the circle of trust, at least for me, it starts with Riley O'Brien. I still really trust Riley O'Brien. I think all three of us would probably say he's squarely, he is the center of the circle of trust, and that's why he's the closer.
yeah, hands down.
Even after the blown save.
Yeah, I still trust him.
It wasn't even a bad pitch he threw either.
No.
Just Nick Castellanos beat him to a spot.
Yep. I think I know, Aiden, you have different reactions, but I still personally have JoJo Romero. He's kind of bounced back after a rough stretch. I still have him in my circle of trust.
I still trust him.
I'm not like, when he comes in, I'm not like, oh man, why are we bringing this guy in?
Mm-hmm.
But if I needed a big out in like the 7th inning, he's probably not my go-to, especially if the lefty's up the bat.
Yeah.
I have a different guy I like.
Okay.
I trust JoJo. If JoJo's in, I feel good. Like I feel like I don't know what roles they would go by in their show, but I feel like if we did like a circle of trust, it's like you see a pitcher come in and you can leave the room to go to the kitchen, and when you come back and the inning's over, like he's not going to allow any, or at least you trust that he's not going to allow anything.
Yeah.
And I trust JoJo like that.
Yeah. I guess the guy who's kind of taken over or seemed to take over in the last few appearances, their 7th inning role or kind of the 8th inning role, depending on lanes, is George Soriano. And
Yes!
I'd put him in my circle of trust now.
Yes!
He's really rebounded and he's looked really good.
That's my number 2 right there. It's O'Brien and then Soriano for me.
Yeah. I think I mentioned him last time we were recording that he was kind of on his way up. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I did, but yeah, I trust him too.
Yeah.
I still don't fully trust this bullpen, which is weird because now we're starting to add a third guy, and then like I'm guessing we're gonna get to it, but like Ryan Stanek's still a guy like I kind of trust. I probably wouldn't put him in my circle of trust
He's got an up
because
arrow. He's got an up arrow by his name though.
he's
Stanek's
got
been pretty good his last 4 or 5 appearances.
yeah. I still have a little asterisk by his name, but
Yeah. Yeah.
he would be next on my
I'll,
list probably.
I'll put him out. He's at the door of my circle of trust, right? Like
Yeah.
he's not inside yet, but like he's knocking on the door, and I'm still waiting to see if I'm gonna open up the door and let him enter the house.
Yeah. I'm looking out the blinds to see who it is.
I guess the only other guy that I would even put close to a circle of trust, but he's kind of blown up more recently. So he was in the house, and now he got kicked out, and that's Gordon Graceffo.
Yeah, that's what I was going to.
Yeah.
Good start, but he's been rough lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's probably the guy that's like saying goodbye and like, but then you end up talking for an hour by the door and you're like, okay, like it was cool talking to you for 30 minutes, but now it's been an extra 30 minutes. It's time to go, you know? And you're like, yeah, see ya, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Long
But,
goodbye.
He could get back in. I
Yeah.
just, yesterday was rough.
Brule's like that guy that like sometimes he'll come to the party and he's lit, but the other times like he gets
He's
blackout
lit.
drunk and he's just on the floor.
And annoying.
Yeah, there's Brule when he's fun drunk, and there's Brule when he's not fun drunk. Yeah, that's a great comp. Can we please go back to Soriano? We don't talk about this guy enough. Like seriously,
Okay.
this guy's got a 30% whiff percentage right now,
Yeah.
hmm
which is really good for this team.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting chase percentages over 30%.
Yeah.
If you go look at his like individual pitch characteristics, both his slider and his changeup, which are his primary pitches, both get whiff percentages over 45%. Now, the fastball in the four-seam fastball and the sinker aren't great, which I think a lot of us recognize when we got him.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, this guy is getting whiffs. He's getting chase. He's getting ground balls at a high percentage. He's like 93rd percentile right now. His hard hit percentage is in the red. I think the expected ERA is like 3.5. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think this guy gets enough hype. Like, I remember when we traded Granillo for this guy, and everybody was like kind of scratching their head.
I was scratching my head. I'll be honest with you.
and
Me too.
I think all of us were scratching our heads, but I saw the changeup and I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like, there's something there with the changeup. I wasn't sure how they were going to do this, but
Yeah.
he's been a fun piece. Like, I truly love the changeup slider fastball thing they got going on right now because it's working. So,
Yeah.
shout out George. If you watch this, George, if you ever watch this, I'm a believer, okay? I recognize you, okay?
Yeah. I saw
Yeah,
the
man.
upside when we made the trade, but I was still questioning it. Just like Farmhand said, I was also.
Yeah. I mean, he's been really good. Jared Schuster and Matt Sponson, like, they're so far out of the house that, like, it's not even close.
They weren't kicked out of the house. They were kicked out of the state.
Yeah. I guess anything about the rotation you guys want to comment on? I feel like it's been better. I feel like Libby's starting to regress kind of where I thought he was going to be. The breaking balls have been sharper that, last few starts versus before
Progress or progress?
that. Progress.
Okay.
Is it just anytime he goes back towards the mean, is that regression or is that when he goes down and progression's when he goes up?
Progression is like step forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's progressing back towards what I thought he was going to be the mean.
Back to the mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Livy's been all right.
Yeah.
The
I think
breaking
the
balls were really good in his start against
San
yeah.
was
Diego
that San Diego?
on Thursday. Yeah.
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 I think the
McGreevy.
reason
Oh, go ahead.
everybody
Sorry.
thinks the rotation looks better is because Dustin May looks better.
And McGreevy.
Like, well, McGreevy's been pretty solid. Dustin May started off really rough, and everybody said the rotation was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been better lately, and now everybody feels. I'm not gonna say like great about the rotation, but more confident than we were.
I'll shout out my boy Kyle Leahy. He's been a lot better lately, and
Yeah.
he can get through 5 innings. He can't get through 6 innings. Who
He's
cares?
he's horrible through a third time through. Yeah.
Yeah, who cares? Just get him through 5. He can be your 5 and dive guy as long as everybody else gives you length, which Dustin May and Michael McGreevy have. So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
didn't like that Leahy threw 30 innings or 30 pitches in the first inning yesterday.
It's gonna happen though. It's not like that's a reoccurring thing for him. That was a
Yeah,
one-off thing.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
can,
rough.
as much as I've I don't know if I should say I should maybe say farmhands and I have kind of pushed the Michael McGreevy gets lucky page.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of also like, again, he just seems to be good at getting lucky, and maybe that's a thing that's going to continue to happen.
yeah,
But if he pitches like how he did against San Diego, like
That was career high in strikeouts
his,
too, though.
but it wasn't like his stuff was the same, and like he just
Mhm.
got results for it. Like his stuff was
different.
like it. I'm trying to like emphasize like how much better the stuff was. Like it wasn't like a slight tick up. Like there was serious difference in some of his pitches. Like if that's the Michael McGreevy you could get all year long, even with the velo decrease in his sinker, I would trust him as like a 4 or 5th starter.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Four more inches on the changeup of horizontal break. 4 more inches on the sinker of horizontal break.
Mhm.
Like that's serious improvement.
like that's enough. That's plenty to really exaggerate how much more swing and miss he'd get. That's why he had 9 strikeouts against the Padres. Like that's enough movement to miss enough barrels, to miss enough bats in general.
Yeah.
Like
And the changeup one's starting to become a trend now because it was up 3 inches against the Dodgers as well. So like that more changeup movement starting to become a trend for him.
yeah, like I think it's like he's kind of gotten my attention more in like I've put like a pin in his name and stuck it on the bulletin board of like, okay, if these are the pitch shapes we're going to continue to get and he locates the way he's been locating, like he's got serious stuff to stick in a rotation.
Mhm.
Like he was probably my least favorite pitcher in this rotation 3
Preseason.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
Least favorite. And the way he pitched against San Diego,
San Diego.
yeah, it definitely
It's pronounced San
intrigues,
Diego.
intrigues you.
Intrigues. Okay. TZ, I'll give you your moment.
So
to talk
I got a
about the rotation.
question. I need help from you guys. So would you guys say you guys are on the McGreevy hype train?
I will
I'm
join
following
it.
it.
I
I'm
will.
following
Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
watch it pass by
so you guys like what you're seeing right now.
from his last 2 starts. Yeah.
I can't remember who it was. Can you guys remind me who really liked McGreevy all year this year and last year? I forgot who it was.
Uh,
Oh yeah, it was me.
Sandy.
Oh yeah,
Oh, sorry.
it was me.
oh yeah.
Sandy.
Shout out Sandy.
I told you guys like at the start of last year, I really liked his pitches, and I don't know what it was. I'm not saying they had a lot of movement on them, like certain pitchers, but the type of movement I really liked seeing, and like he was pitching, he wasn't just throwing, and
Okay.
that's why I really like McGreevy.
Yeah.
And so I love to see it, and I'm happy I was on this hype train
He
Yeah.
definitely
like
has a
2 years ago.
like
Yeah,
he definitely has intent to what he does
yeah.
Yeah.
or
There's
how
some
he
pitchers
approaches
that
it
just
better.
throw, and then there's pitchers that actually pitch. And the pitchers that actually pitch usually last a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Somebody
depends.
made a story about that, right? About how he like does deep scouting before like all of his starts.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what McGreevy, he has to continue locating well, right? Because if he doesn't
Mm,
continue to locate well, then he just becomes Miles Michaelis, right? Because that's kind of what Miles Michaelis did at the end of his career, where he had the stuff, and early in his Cardinals tenure, he never really had the best stuff, but he was locating better. And then towards the end, the location started to dip more towards like average to slightly below average, and that's when he started getting blown up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if Michael McGreevy can continue locating it, I think location plus isn't exactly like a perfect stat, but I think he's been 12 to 15% above locating average every single one of his starts so far against for pitcher list. So it's
hmm
kind of the one I use. So it's like this guy's locating very well.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm
Okay,
on the hype
guys, I guess
train.
unless anybody has anything else on the rotation, we can move into whether your guys' opinions have changed on kind of the whole buy or sell situation coming into the deadline. I know it's a little bit early. We still got a couple of months before all that stuff kind of plays out, but I guess in general, has your opinion changed on what the ceiling or of this team is? Um, I
Mm.
guess we'll start with TZ since I started with Aiden.
As on the ceiling, my opinion hasn't really changed. I don't know. Like, I mean,
Has the
Walker
floor
being
changed?
yes,
Yeah.
the floor has changed, but the ceiling hasn't. Um, I will say Walker being what Walker has been this year. I mean, he's playing like a superstar, and that changes stuff a little bit, but there's other people that have been a little worse. Like I expected a step forward from Gorman. Instead, it's more of the same. I mean, you could maybe even argue a little worse, but I'm sure he'll have a hot streak here soon for a week and then go cold again like he always does. And then Victor Scott's been really bad. So with everything kind of averaging out, I think the ceiling is still kind of the same. But I've been I think I told you guys on the last episode, or maybe it was privately, that I would buy, but it would be like a small buy, like we were just talking about Pajes. Like I would trade Pajes for a bullpen arm, or
Mm-hmm.
um who else? If you want to buy like for now and the future, maybe you trade a different catcher like Crooks or Bernal for a bullpen arm that you want more in the future. Um, but other than that, and the only reason I even say that is just because like Crooks isn't up yet, so I don't know why he's not up yet. If they don't trust him, then maybe they just trade him now and let Bernal be the main catcher in AAA, or vice versa. If you trust Crooks more than Bernal, then trade Bernal. Like we're not going to be able to have all these catchers, so let's just trade one before their value goes down too much, I would say. But overall, like, yeah, I would just do the small buy. Don't trade anything that you see that's part of the future.
Aiden?
I haven't really done much thinking about that, which would be really horrible management if I was in the front office. uh, I don't know. I think if I did buy somebody, I'd be willing to spend some of the farm if it was somebody who had like 3 or 4 years attached to them. I
Hmm
think we were kind of talking about that in the Cardinals prospects group chat. That
Yeah.
like 1 to 2 years seems really weird to buy, but like if you bought somebody who had 3 or 4 years, like I guess that would make sense. Kind of depends on the contract too. Like
Yeah.
This isn't me saying I would trade for this guy, but like if Logan Webb was available, right? Like
Yeah.
cost controllable player, like I would understand if maybe you spent a little bit of the farm to get him. Um I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not going to throw out other names cuz it's just I don't know. I would be
It's,
careful with what you buy
yeah.
if you do buy. I wouldn't hate if you did. But if you do go big and buy somebody, I would only do one. Like I wouldn't make like multiple moves. Maybe you could
Mm,
sell somebody. I'd be willing to like sell a few guys for sure. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. Like because if you truly are going to sell, but then like the opportunity came to buy, you could kind of do both at the same time. I don't think that's like a horrible idea.
Yeah. Yeah. That was kind of the path that I was kind of thinking. I lean a little bit more towards sell personally. Like I think Riley O'Brien could get you back a ton of prospects considering he's got some more control left. I'm not necessarily a believer in a guy who's been injured a ton past his age 30 season. Even if he has 4 years of control left, you might only get one or two healthy seasons out of that four, just kind of based on his
mm-hmm.
career trend. So I think trading him, even though he's your best bullpen arm, could be extremely valuable. Like I think you could get something better than you got for Helsley for sure, since the control's there in terms of years. It's like you're probably looking at 2 to 3 top 10 prospects in a farm system, just based on how much arms go for at the deadline. I think you'd be
Mm-hmm.
stupid not to trade JoJo. Like
Yeah.
even if you are contending, just because of where he's at in his control left, right? Like maybe go replace him with someone that has a year and a half or 2 years of control in a trade with like a Pajes, like TZ mentioned, or figure out someone a lefty. Maybe it's Bryson Motts, maybe it's Quinn Matthews that you can throw at the bullpen to finish out the year. Like you can figure it out, but I think it'd be kind of stupid not to take advantage of some of your assets. I mean, I don't know what Newt's going to be like. I'm okay with holding Newt till all the way through the year if he doesn't perform up till the deadline, and you're not going to get anything for him.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't
me
think you just
too.
got to dump Newt just to dump him,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
even with Baez coming up, because there's almost bound to be some sort of injury that opens up some playing time for Baez at the end of the year if you want that. Yeah. So I'm personally more on a sell, but I mean, if they want to buy a bullpen arm or two after trading away JoJo and trading away Riley, I mean, you almost are probably going to have to buy some sort of bullpen arm at that case.
Yeah.
So, and if Dustin May keeps pitching like this, I'm sure he could get you a solid return as well.
Probably. Yeah. He's probably I would argue that Dustin May might have more value than Riley O'Brien does.
I just think Riley O'Brien probably has a ton of value because of the three years of control, 4 years of control.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you brought up the age, and I think he's at that age curve where teams are probably going to be like, "Listen, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know he's been elite this year, and we'll give you a lot still, but you got to remember injury history. Plus, he's 31 or 30, however old he is, so he's reaching that age
Mm-hmm.
curve where regression's probably going to come for a closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I,
I mean,
I I could see
Dustin
this
May's
selling.
28, right?
Yeah.
28. I know he's
Yeah.
got half a year. He's probably not going to get as much as Riley O'Brien does, but I think you could truly like
Yeah.
maximize May's value and maybe not maximize as much on Riley O'Brien than what we're thinking. Maybe that's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
I could see this selling. Like it,
I think selling is the better option for sure. Yeah.
selling's the safest option and probably the one they'll do. But I wouldn't mind it if they traded like Pajes for a bullpen arm, and then like honestly, I'm just having so much doubts about Victor Scott. If there's a team that wants him for a bullpen arm, like I would also do that. I
Yeah.
don't know what his value is though.
Only thing with Vic is you just don't have anything really coming up the system right now to replace him.
Yeah,
I think Nathan Church might regress to Victor Scott type of deal at the end of the day, but we'll see about that.
if you trade Victor Scott, you can also call up Torres though too. So
Yeah,
you'll have
I'm
Torres
not sure
and
Torres is
Church.
a better baseball player than Victor Scott.
At least he gets the chance. And if if it's not a if it's a rebuilding year, like you're still getting to see what they are while also acquiring a bullpen arm to
Yeah.
help get through the season
Yeah.
and maybe even make a playoff push. And that's only if the standings look kind of like they do now. Like if we start to slip and if you're like 50-50 about us making the playoffs, I think you sell.
Yeah.
But if you're 70%, like I think we got a good shot. Like a bullpen arm or two could help this team and we'll make it, then I think you got to do it.
Yeah.
I guess my only question is it worth burning any, like if you traded Pages for some sort of like bullpen arm, sure, I guess, but is it really
Yeah.
worth burning any kind of farm system for like a 1.5 year to like 1 year guy or 1 year of control bullpen guy? Like to me,
Probably
that's
not.
no.
No.
I mean, I'm
So
not
at that,
yeah, I'm not burning the farm of players that I think could be part of the future. I'm burning like depth. Like
but that's
if
I don't know if depth even gets you that like
yeah,
Are you
I
gonna
don't
trade for
know.
like a 5 ERA Sean Armstrong with, Noah Menlinger or something?
I mean,
Like does that even move the needle for you?
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't.
maybe they can find their next Soriano though. Like Soriano's, what was his ERA last year? Like
But you could,
6?
but that's kind of my point though. Like you can, that doesn't have to be like a trade deadline move. You could make, you could make that move at any point this season.
That's probably like a waiver claim or buy someone for cash type of
Yeah,
deal.
like
Yeah, no. That's what my Pajes or Victor Scott kind of trades would be. Like I think you could at least get that, right?
Yeah.
but
Like
that's
we
more
said,
selling than buying, I would say.
I mean, you're selling Pajes and Victor Scott, guys that we don't think are starters, at least maybe not next year, right? Because Pajes, by next year, we're all thinking at least Crooks is up, right?
Yeah. I mean, if Crooks is not up by next year, then something went wrong.
And then Victor Scott, if he keeps getting outplayed by Nathan Church all year, like he is, then he's not a starter next year
Yeah.
either.
I
Left,
mean, I
right,
have
right
no.
field's Walker, and left field's going to be Newt, Baez,
Bias. Yeah.
or Velasquez, or maybe even throw Fermin or Sajasi in that hat.
I think there's like real stuff with Nathan Church.
I
Like
like Nathan
if
Church this
he
year.
could just like seriously cut down this first percentile chase rate, like
hmm
there's legitimate stuff in the tank there for him to be an everyday center fielder on the Cardinals.
And he's still just as good as Scott defensively, I think.
Mm, I don't know
Mm,
if I would say
You
that.
don't think so? I
I
mean,
think
he's
the
he's
arm's a
robbed
lot
home
better.
runs.
yeah, but
Scott
Victor's.
hasn't robbed home
I mean,
runs.
let's be real though. That one in Pittsburgh, Victor would have gotten that
Yeah. Victor just hasn't
Uh,
got the spots to rob homers
even.
yet.
Victor's
yeah,
got
that's
the
true.
he's got better range than I think Nathan Church does. Like Nathan
Yeah.
Church, an excellent fielder, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like Victor Scott's still a step above him in terms of range, but Nathan has a better arm for sure, a way better arm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even if Scott's range is like a little better, it's not like I don't think it's that noticeably different. So, and then the bat and the arm are
Ooh, yeah, I would. I like the bat a lot more. If he just would
for
not
sure.
chase 45% of the time,
Yeah.
he would at least be a competent bat right now.
hmm
Yeah.
That's why he just has so many hot and cold streaks. It's just because there's so many swings outside of the zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Victor Scott's striking out a lot too.
It's
Yeah.
weird though. Like Vic doesn't
Chase.
chase
He just has
much.
really bad bat the ball.
He just he's horrible when
Yeah,
it comes to swinging minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. It just doesn't look good for Scott. I hope he fixes it, especially if he's going to stay on the team. But if not, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be against like him being the one sent down for Newt and letting him figure it out in AAA, even if it's just like a confidence thing. Like, go get your confidence back in Memphis.
I think Sajasi's likely the guy to get sent down
Or Prieto.
back, but or yeah, Prieto's probably one.
then I would, even if that's the move, then call up Torres and let Victor Scott go get his confidence back, just like he wants to JC too.
Yeah, maybe. Does Victor even have a? Is he still in his option years? I don't even
Yeah,
remember.
he should still have at least one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, my only thing is Victor Scott's still younger than Nathan Church, so
It's only like a year. I think Scott's 25 and Church is 26,
yeah.
something like that. Like Church is younger than you think.
hmm
Yeah.
Torres is like 29, so
Yeah, Torres is older for sure. But
okay, boys. I guess one last piece of news that happened today. There were some promotions on the farm. Rainiel Rodriguez got promoted to the Double A Springfield Cardinals after only 28 games
That's fun.
in High A. He is the first 19-year-old in Springfield Cardinals history to get to Springfield in his age 19 season and play significant games. Ivan Herrera back in 2018 played 2 games as an 18-year-old in Double A as a last second call up for an injury after his Florida Complex League season was over. But Rainiel Rodriguez will be the first player in history in the Cardinals' history at least, to be at Double A. So, Aiden, reaction to that?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, when we go to watch Springfield, you go to watch Liam Doyle, you go to watch Chase Davis, a few other guys. But now
Get Rainiel Rodriguez
you
and
watch our Rod up in Springfield.
maybe some others that I'm trying to get confirmed but don't know yet.
wow.
I mean, go ahead, say the other guy. I don't want to take your mojo. Go ahead.
Jack
Wait, can I-
Urovich
Jack Urovich. That's the
got
one.
promoted to High A. So
Now we get to watch him in Peoria, which it's easier to hit in Peoria than it is.
Tim Palm Beach, and it's easier to hit in Springfield
Yeah.
than it is Peoria. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Meaning not like the level of competition. We mean like
Ballpark
Yeah, the
factors.
ballpark.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Texas League is just a launching pad, man. Offensive stats are just insane in the Texas League. I wouldn't be surprised if Randy Rodriguez just goes, "Hey, liar."
Nuts. Yeah.
I said that
Jeez.
today in my, and I'm hoping that we get some pitching promotions because there's been a lot of solid pitchers in the lower minors that deserve to make their way up a level. Yeah, Ty Van Dyke. I mean, there's quite a few guys, that deserve to get called up, and how they do that, I'm not sure, but yeah, looks like the Cardinals are doing their first round of promotions this week, so we'll have more on that tomorrow, in terms of who got where and what exactly happened.
Yeah.
I have a question. You said Herrera played Double A when he was 18, but Rodriguez is the first. Are you saying like
Significant time.
Are-
I mean,
are
like,
you just not counting Herrera because he only got called up because of the injury and then he got sent back down?
yeah, it was at the very end of the year. It was literally the last 2 games, and he got like 2 at bats. So I'm
Oh,
not. I'm
okay.
saying that Rodriguez is the first player in Springfield Cardinals history to like legitimately get significant at bats at the Double A level
At 19.
at 19 or younger.
So you
Like-
said Herrera was there at 18. The next
18.
season he would have been 19. Was he
But
in
the
Double
next
A?
year after that, he was in Peoria
Oh, he's
and
back.
Palm
Okay.
Beach.
Oh, okay.
Like he was literally like an injury replacement. Like last minute, they didn't want to call anybody else up, type of deal. Like
Okay.
he didn't get to Double A until 2021.
Okay.
But yeah, so Herrera, and then Rainiel Rodriguez, and then like I made a point in my video today, like Jordan Walker was 20 when he got there, Oscar Taveras was 20 when he got there, Albert Pujols was 20 when he got to Double A. Like there literally has not been, like this is a generational prospect, potentially in the making.
Yeah, that tweet you had was the one that BK and Ferrario quoted
Referenced.
on their show today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they take your stuff and we take theirs. We definitely use theirs more though.
Okay,
But
guys,
good, though.
we're up on an hour here.
Yeah.
Anything else? No.
Go Cards.
Go Cards. Yeah. Got
What
the
do we
Athletics
play
in
this
Kansas
week?
City this week.
Okay. The Sacramento Athletics.
The Oakland Sacramento Athletics
Are
of
we
Las
there?
Vegas.
Are we going
Oakland, Las
there?
Vegas, Sacramento.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah, we're
Isn't
It's
that ballpark
minor
very
league
hitter
ballpark.
friendly?
Minor league ballpark. So the ball's gonna be flying out of there. It's gonna be
Oh
high
my God.
offense.
Should we start placing bets on Gorman home run? Is this when he gets hot?
there. Jordan
Is
Love.
this series gonna be it?
Who knows? I wouldn't be shocked if he hits one out this week.
Is Luis
No,
Severino?
no, it's a bunch of their younger guys pitching.
Is he still having those splits, those home road splits he had last year?
I think he's
Or
been
no?
fine this year, has he not been?
Has
Like,
he?
he's been a lot better than
He
he was
was
last year.
he was embarrassing at home last year.
Yeah, you remember last year was his like road ERA
It was like
was, don't quote
2.5.
me, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
2, and then at
His home
home
ERA
was
was
like
like five.
5.
Yeah, like 5.8 or something crazy like
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say like 5.2 or something. Like it,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
you never see that big of a difference from anybody really,
No.
except maybe Michaelis.
Uh, well, yeah. So those are the two we have this like upcoming this week. Hopefully we'll win both series. Then after that we kind of go into a gauntlet where I think we have to play. Is it the Brewers? Then we play the Reds, and then we play the Pirates, and then we play the what is it? The Cubs. Like we play all four division teams back to back to back to end the month and
Mm.
start June.
I think this series against the A's could be very entertaining because
Two young teams.
yeah, two young teams. I feel like the A's are probably a little bit ahead of where we are, just because they got two kind of young stars in Kurtz and Wilson, and then
Wilson just
they
went on
got
the IL or is hurt, so
Yeah.
he'll be
oh
out the
yeah, I
series.
did see that. And then
Yeah.
they got their veteran that they extended, which was
Brent Rooker.
Rooker,
Yeah.
which Rooker would be like us extending Burley or something, I think. And then uh
Yeah.
also they got Lawrence Butler, who's like a young guy that kind of popped off.
Shea Langoliers is pretty
I was gonna
solid,
say,
their catcher.
Yeah,
Noah
him
Langoliers,
too.
shout out to
So Langoliers is like our Herrera.
But their pitching's very similar to ours. A bunch of young guys that aren't quite established yet that are still trying to figure out their way.
Yeah, the only difference is they have is it Severino or Severano?
him.
Severino.
Severino.
But we're
Okay.
avoiding him this series. So we're facing
Yeah,
three of their
yeah.
younger starters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a
Any,
nice
any
piece to
quick
our rotation.
any quick predictions there? I think we take 2 out of 3 in Sacramento, and I think we probably I don't know. I feel like we're gonna win both of these series.
Sure, I'll go with that.
I'm gonna take us to win the A series.
And lose the Royal
I don't want
Series.
to. I don't want to say it, but yeah, I don't know why. I just is it in Kansas City or Busch?
Let me look that up.
It's in
Sure.
Kansas City. I'll say we lose.
I feel like we are in
I think it's at home though,
It might be at home.
because I saw tickets for sale. Unless
Yeah,
that
it's
was
at
for a
home.
future
It's at
date.
home. So
Okay, screw it. We're winning.
okay, win both series. Okay.
Gorman home run in Sacramento.
All right.
Yeah, there you go, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time on Redbirds on the Arch.